will be eventually.
How embarrassing is that, eh?
That's okay, I sound like a salad. Anthony, mate, don't worry, you know, this is therapy and, you know, whatever your mother thinks, just fuck with her expectations, you know? So, you know, it is really fucking cold. I was recently in Sydney for SupaNova. It's this big nerdapalooza type of thing. And I was up there, and Sydney people think that they've got it cold, you know, I'm sort of thinking, ooh, it's so cold, so cold. I'm wandering around in Sydney at night, you know, in this t-shirt thinking, nice and balmy. You don't know what cold is, Sydney. Down here it's cold and bitter and cold, like my mother's love. But, yeah, recently went up to Sydney for that big nerdapalooza. Went on a bit of a road trip, actually. I don't like flying. It's cramped. There's always that annoying little kid that won't stop shutting up with his squealing on the plane. So took a bit of a road trip, and I learned something on this road trip. You know, road trips are a great Australian thing. You learn something about yourself. You learn something about nature. You learn something about other people. And I learned that Mack trucks very quickly get up to 160 kph when you're overtaking them and decide to poke the driver's arm. It's actually really fucking frightening because I'm not making that shit up. The guy did fucking chase me. I also learned that one thing Mack trucks can't do, gentle corners. Cows fucking everywhere. It's like, also learned another thing. Sorry, can we get the house lights up quickly? Because one of the people in the audience actually was in my road trip. Seriously, can we get the...
Two of them were.
Two of them, sorry, yes.
You forgot Nick.
Sorry, and yeah, seriously, can we get the house lights up real quick? Is anyone behind the desk here?
Drag her up on stage!
Go!
Oh well, too bad, so sad. Okay, so there's two of our cars in this little road trip. There's me with the tentacle and the manic hair, and my big fat Lego friend over there who's down the back, and a passed out comatose girl, and we're carrying when I say road trip, I really do mean the trip, by the way, because we're carrying a considerable quantity of narcotics across state line for a friend of mine in Sydney who can't get shrooms anymore. I'm not making this shit up. If you've ever been to like a pop culture convention, seriously, take hallucinogenic substances, it makes it so much more fun. And me with tentacle, big fat lab guy, passed out girl in the back, and we're not the car that gets stopped for drugs. The car that gets stopped for drugs is the car with the 5'2" redhead girl with braces driving it.
I don't have braces.
Oh, when did they disappear?
At least 5 years ago.
Go upstairs and show.
It's the mushrooms.
Yes, it's the shrooms, ladies and gentlemen. Let's blame it on that. Also, with the shrooms, one of the things that I actually did at the convention was, you know, I'm there selling my own stuff. I actually run a small business on the side, and one of the things that we actually sell is art supplies. So, you know, we get a lot of teenage kids coming up to our stall, using our art supplies, sitting there drawing. That's kind of what I do. And these tentacles are actually part of the props that we use to get people to the store. And there are these two girls sitting there, and they've been drawing for about maybe 10, 15 minutes, and they finally notice the tentacles back, you know, at the back, and you know, start a conversation between themselves. It's like, oh my god, is that a tentacle? Oh my god, there's two of them. That is so fucking awesome. Tell me about it. I saw this anime and there were tentacles everywhere. Oh my god, were they fucking everything? Yeah, it was so hot. Oh my god, I would titty fuck that tentacle. Well, ladies, let me just get out my camera. Here you go. And just out of interest, because I do this comedy show in Melbourne, just out of interest, how old are you? I'm 14! Ooh. How do you know about titty fucking? I have the internet! Touché, 14-year-old girl. A lot of other fucked up shenanigans happened at said convention. Yeah, everyone's a big fan of the Aliens movies, yeah, you know, like, get away from her, you bitch, you know, yeah, those aliens. But got a picture of me with both tentacles on, hugging a guy dressed as an alien. Turns out that whilst aliens hate predators, they do love tentacles. That little thing that comes out of their mouth, apparently, that is a tongue. Anyway. Failure, sweet failure. Everyone laughs at it. So, unfortunately, the fun of the road trip did have to end, and I did have to come back to my terrible, terrible office job, which... anyone else here sort of work the office job, yeah? Yeah, like, you know how there's always this one guy in your office who, you know, he thinks he's helping, but he actually just annoys the shit out of everyone? Yeah? Yeah, like this is the kind of guy he's got this kind of logic that, like, you know, he's the guy that would show up to the running of the bulls in a red jumpsuit so he could run faster. While sort of, you know, like having his power meal and some veal. Getting a fucking gravy rub down from Sam Neill. You know, Sam Neill would do that for you. And then he wonders why he gets gored. Not so much a joke, just as a personal beef.
Oh.
Puns, they are the well, unfortunately, I'm getting the feeling that this is the end of my spot tonight. So thank you very much for paying attention, guys. I'm going to fast on to the next. But if you do want to see videos of teenagers sucking off my tentacle, you are welcome to go to facebook.com/lessintellectualcomedy and check it out.
Get it right. Army Burnshaw, is that better? Woo! Right to sleep.
I'm sorry.